dough. You gotta sip the coffee. Also, I'm like really sunburned. Alright, so let's just get into it. There was a couple who had just gotten married. The wedding was wonderful, and they took many photos so that they would remember the happy occasion forever. For their honeymoon, they traveled to France and stayed in a dark old mansion. The first night, the young woman felt scared, and despite her husband's attempt to reassure her, she could not sleep. To clear her head, she decided to go downstairs to the library and read a little. She selected a book at random from the dusty old shelves and opened it. Inside, there were only pictures. Pictures of her. The pictures were from her wedding. The woman was shocked at first. But then she thought about it. Her husband must have put together a wedding album as a surprise for her. He was probably planning to give it to her the next day. She flipped through the pictures in the album, her mind going back to how wonderful the wedding day had been. When she reached the end of the album, there were more pages with pictures. But they were not of the wedding. In fact, she wondered what these strange pictures were doing in the album. It seemed as if they had been stapled in. The first page showed a picture of a woman standing in a library holding a book in her hands. On the second page, there was another picture of the woman. But this time, the library door was open. Feeling a little uneasy, she turned to look at the door and it was closed. On the third page of the book, the door was wide open and a faceless man was standing behind the woman. Again, she glanced over her shoulder, but the door was closed. Flipping to the last page of the book, she saw that in the picture, the faceless man was standing right behind the woman, his arm raised and clutching a knife. The next morning, the husband woke up and could not find his wife. He decided to search the house, but when he got to the library, he found the door wouldn't open. It was stuck. Putting all of his weight behind it, he pushed against the door with his shoulder and eventually it burst open. Behind the door, he found his wife lying in a pool of blood. There was a knife sticking out of her back. And that is how that story ends. So and this is why I don't investigate. I know white people investigate, but this white bitch is not gonna investigate. Not me, not how, not anywhere. But so, but I would just wonder. Okay, bleep. Um, like, did it just did she get killed because she looked at the album, or was she gonna get killed either way? And and regardless of whether or not she would have looked at the album. And what about the faceless man? Wait, faceless man. Hold on, faceless man. She got killed by Slender Man. No, I'm just kidding. But maybe. But I have so many questions. Like, comment down below and subscribe.